Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 6 of Limelight, off the chain. I'm here with Dr. Haywood, and the PCW Women's Championship is on the line.
And it's a good thing we got the EMT standing by, because I don't think my heart can take it. There she is, the First Lady of PCW, Kimberly Diemond.
Kimberly Diemond attacked Aleyah Mia Sweets, attacked Jordan Blue at Pandemonium. She feels she should be the first PCW Women's Champion, and there is a fat head of Kimberly Diemond. Maybe the audience feels the same way. Oh, God.
What a lucky kid, getting to have her hand kissed like a princess by her hero.
It wasn't kissed, it was licked. Very unsanitary championship matchup, and here is what you call the first lady, as she lets the audience know.
She absolutely is. She is a veteran of PCW. She has been through it, and she should absolutely be the first female champion.
And tonight we're going to find out if Kimberly Diemond is going to be the first PCW champion of the women's division. There she is, ladies and gentlemen. And there's that music. Uh-oh.
Well, I tell you, this girl is like a saltine cracker from the IRS. All she will do is leave you thirsty and broke. It's Jordan Blue.
We talk about Kimberly Diemond. We talk about Aleyah Mia Sweets. But out of the three women, this could possibly be the biggest fan favorite. The audience absolutely loves the very beautiful, very athletic Jordan Blue as she makes her way around the audience here at the Beer Gardens at the Butte County Fairgrounds.
Absolutely, and you know, if it were not for Aleyah Mia Sweets, this would have been a two-way dance between Jordan Blue and Aleyah Mia Sweets, but she keeps interfering in these two's business.
Dr. Haywood, a two-way dance? You mean a one-on-one contest here? Dr. Haywood,
you know
the women are coming out.
I get tongue-tied when these girls come out.
The women are coming out, and Dr. Haywood getting a little hot and bothered here. But who wouldn't get hot and bothered? La Cucina in the background. The beer is being served. Jordan Blue, Kimmy, we're waiting for the third entrant, who, in my eyes, is the first PCW Women's Champion, the sweetest lady in the land, Aleyah Mia Sweets.
Well, I'll tell you something, Zach Reed. America has an obesity problem. They've had too many sweets, and I've had too much of Aleyah Mia Sweets.
And here's Aleyah Mia Sweets, speaking of that obesity problem, Dr. Haywood, passing the candy out to the PCW faithful, getting ready for a championship match. And we know what happens when Dr. Haywood sits down for a good old-fashioned championship match.
Well, this one has got me, my pulse is racing for sure. Not only are these three beautiful women are going to engage in some combat sports, but it's going to be for that PCW Women's Championship.
Aleyah Mia Sweets, a 5-year veteran of professional wrestling, trained out of East Bay Pro by Wrestling Personified Rick Luxury. Jordan Blue, in her first year of professional wrestling, also out of East Bay Pro, trained by Wrestling Personified Rick Luxury. And Kimberly Diemond is in her 12th year of professional wrestling, trained by yours truly at Primetime University.
Well, these ladies definitely run the spectrum of experience. However, while she definitely has many years in the ring, I think Aleyah Mia Sweets lacks the emotional maturity to compete on the level with these other two women.
Right here at the Beer Gardens, Later tonight, we have Brandon Humphrey, Hellbound Brandon Humphrey, and the bad boy Boyce LeGrande. 2 out of 3 falls for the Dynamite Division Championship. Aleyah Mia Sweets, also at Limelight, showed a not-so-sweet side to her. Kimmy licks the belt. Referee Jimmy Mack brings it around, and we're getting ready for, look at Sweets, for a championship match.
And that belt will look gorgeous around one of these ladies' waists. As you know, I'm hoping it's the First Lady, Kimberly Diemond. I think she deserves it.
Jimmy asking all 3 competitors. The bell is sounded, and we are underway. Who is going to be the first ever PCW Women's Champion? These ladies jaw-jacking early. Oh, attacks Jordan Blue. It looks like we have a unity between Sweets and Diemond as they throw Jordan to the arena floor.
Jordan Blue is going to have to eventually learn that there are no friends in professional wrestling. She needs to quit playing to these girls. She needs to quit playing to the fans in the crowd, and she needs to start taking care of business.
Hard Irish whip, buckle, and a bulldog. Kimberly Diemond in firm control early on. Jimmy, 2 count, Blue back in, hammers Kimmy from behind. Hard lick. Dr. Haywood, tonight is a very special night. We are actually going to crown the first ever women's champion. Is it going to be Blue? Is it going to be Diemond? Or is it going to be Aleyah Mia Sweets as Jordan Blue bangs around on the midriff of maybe the future champion?
Well, I tell you, there's some guys on Instagram who would pay for that to happen.
Jordan hits the OnlyFans. Just kidding. Sweets breaks up the count. Pushes Kimmy out of the way. Sweets kicks down Jordan. Stomp on the hand. And a flatliner DDT.
And look at how much pleasure Aleyah Mia Sweets is taking in dishing out paid to her so-called friend,
on the
Jordan
arm.
Blue.
Pulling on the arm. Kimmy breaks it up. A few more seconds of that might have pulled that arm and shoulder right out of socket. Kimberly Diemond saves the championship match. Dr. Haywood. Hard buckle in the corner.
With friends like Aleyah Mia Sweets, Jordan Blue certainly doesn't need enemies.
This is how Kimberly Diemond has to do it. She's got to keep it basic. Oh, Sweets out of the way. Kimberly's got to keep it basic. She's got to keep it grounded, and she's got to use the height and power advantage. Sweets, nobody home.
There's nothing basic about Kimberly Diemond. She is unique through and through.
Jordan Blue throws Kimmy hard down to the ground. Blue now on top, looking for that triangle, and she's got it locked in. This could be it, Dr. Haywood. You could be looking at the first champion and the most inexperienced champion is Diemond. Made it to the ropes. Jimmy's going to have to break this one off.
And that's where Kimberly's ring experience comes in.
Hard shot to the side of the head by Aleyah Mia Sweets. Championship on the line, Beer Gardens, Butte County Fairgrounds, and a hard European uppercut. Blue fires back.
Notice how Aleyah Mia Sweets has been focusing on Jordan Blue. She doesn't want a piece of Kimberly Diemond.
Sweets sticks through the rope, lures Blue in, hard forearm shot to the midriff. Sweets now uses that face buster. That's the finisher. This is over, Dr. Haywood. 1. There's Kimmy again. That's the situation about a 3-way match. You always have to look for that other person. Kimmy dives in. Oh, surprise victory. Kimberly Diemond. That came out of nowhere.
And again, Aleyah Mia Sweets hands Kimberly Diemond a victory on the back of Jordan Blue.
You have a very good point there. There's the... Kimberly Diemond is officially the first ever PCW Women's Champion.
And she's marking her territory, baby.
She is marking her territory. You earned it, Kimberly, but the thing is that came out of nowhere.
Absolutely. Completely shocked. I thought we were going to see Aleyah Mia Sweets take the win on this, but Kimberly Diemond makes the save on her shiny.
This started in March. 7 months later, neither one of these women had pinned or submitted each other. And finally, the first pinfall and the first loss in the brand new PCW Women's Division is on Jordan Blue as Kimberly Diemond is walking out the PCW Women's Champion.
Kimberly Diemond has a lot to be happy about. Jordan Blue has a lot to be mad about.
But what we're going to have to realize going into Limelight on November 20th is that Aleyah Mia Sweets has still not been pinned, and Aleyah Mia Sweets is gonna, I guarantee she's gonna have a gripe. I guarantee she's gonna have something to say about Kimberly Diemond now being the first ever PCW. Look at the face of Aleyah Mia Sweets.
She's a petulant child. Of course she's gonna have a gripe. Kimberly Diemond, the rightful winner, the rightful women's champion.
That's the first time I've seen a look of anger, a look of disgust in the face of Aleyah Mia Sweets. I'm telling you, November 20th, Limelight, Kimberly Diemond's definitely coming out, and she's gonna gloat. But ladies and gentlemen, Aleyah Mia Sweets has a lot to say, and I think we're gonna hear about it November 20th at Limelight. Oh, off the chain, another new champion as we get ready for our main event for the Dynamite Division Champion, Kimberly Diemond, your PCW Women's Champion.
30-minute time limit, and it is for the Dynamite Division Championship.
Here we go, Dr. Haywood.
This contest will be Karina.
Dynamite Division Championship on the line. Karina Kyle calling the action. And I got a feeling 2 out of 3 falls might be the difference maker. And here comes the challenger.
Oh boy. It's everyone's favorite devil worshiper.
Dr. Haywood.
I mean, come on. He comes out, he does the devil horn, he says he's hellbound, and then the next thing, he's shaking hands with kids and kissing babies. This is not a guy I want around my children.
You might not want him around your children, but this is Hellbound Brandon Humphrey, and tonight he has an opportunity. I don't know the amount of days. Boyce LeGrande has to be 3,000, 4,000 some odd days. We already know who it is. The Bad Boy versus Hellbound, and Brandon has a chance to do what nobody has done in the last 3 years, and that's wrestle away the Dynamite Division Championship from the NorCal Bay Area legend, this man, the Bad Boy, Boyce LeGrande.
That's right, the master of athleticism, Boyce LeGrande. He is the Bad Boy. He is the Dynamite Division Champion.
26 years, and look at that beautiful championship belt that nobody, including myself, has been able to wrestle away from this unbelievable legend of West Coast professional wrestling, the Bad Boy, Boyce LeGrande, Brandon Humphrey. Tonight, 2 out of 3 falls. Here we go.
And that's why I call him the master athlete. He's held on to that belt, taking on you. He's beaten Brandon Humphrey how many different times? 3 times just in the past year. I really hope that he can finally put this feud with Brandon Humphrey to rest and put him in the rearview mirror and start looking his sights on bigger and better things.
It's going to be about pacing. It's going to be about timing. It's going to be about experience. Boyce definitely has the experience factor. This is one of the most methodical, one of the most strategic professional wrestlers in the game, and bask in all of his glory, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think LeGrande has any idea of losing that championship here tonight against Hellbound Brandon Humphrey.
That's a championship mindset. You don't think about losing. You only think about right now, the current fight, and seeing it through to the end, visualizing your success.
Oh, the doctor really breaking it down. We think about it right now. The time is now. The time we write is now. As the Bad Boy, Boyce LeGrande, puts however many days that I don't even know how many days he's on that championship match, but I do know 2 out of 3 falls. definitely puts Boyce at a disadvantage, I would think.
Well, if I was standing in Boyce LeGrande's shoes, my strategy, strike first, strike hard, get that first pinfall, grab a chair and beat the crap out of him for the second fall. I'll take the DQ, beat him up. What does this lady think she's doing?
LeGrande inviting a fan in the ring. Brandon Humphrey says no.
The smartest thing Humphrey done all day, telling her to get out of the ring.
Brandon Humphrey is ready for this contest right now. I'm going to tell you right now, there's no need to go fast. There's no need to strike first. This one's going to take a while. It's going to be paced. It's going to be very thought out. Like I said, Boyce LeGrande is a master strategist in the ring. He's been this champion for some odd days. Boyce is going to work the audience. He's going to try to get in the mind of Brandon Humphrey. And most importantly, I know this man very well. He's going to do whatever it takes to walk out of the beer gardens here at the Butte County Fairgrounds in Gridley, still Dynamite Division champion. Taking off the chains.
Dripping in gold.
Dripping with the gold. Boyce so cool, calm, and collective. Brandon relaxing in the corner as well. You hear that audience clearly behind Hellbound Brandon Humphrey with the chance of "Let's go, Brandon."
Either that or they hate the president. I'm going to guess on the second part.
Karina Kyle has a very tough task of keeping these two men. This is the third contest, and it only makes sense for it to be 2 out of 3 falls. Humphrey looks very relaxed, and LeGrande looks very relaxed and very confident in defending this championship. As a matter of fact, this is the first time the Dynamite Division Championship has been defended since the COVID-19 pandemic. And Brandon Humphrey, after that last loss where Boyce LeGrande stole, and I mean
Come on.
stole. He stole the PSG championship
That is
right
such a
away.
loaded term.
No, it's not a loaded term. He stole it right away. Humphrey getting a good look at one of the most beautiful belts in California. Karina Kyle showing it around, and we're getting ready. Ring the bell, 2 out of 3 falls, and away we are about to go.
This is going to happen on the champion's time.
It's going to happen on the champion's time, but what I love about Brandon Humphrey is the audience loves Brandon Humphrey. Brandon's a hard hitter. He's a tough guy. There's the bell as it sounds to get underway, 2 out of 3 falls, but Brandon's also jaw jacks with his opponents. As he's wrestling, look at him right there in the face of Boyce LeGrande. Both men evenly, even in height, even in weight. LeGrande pushes Humphrey back. Look at the power of Brandon Humphrey, though. A little bit more. And this slap from LeGrande, very disrespectful. Humphrey fires back on all cylinders, and LeGrande starts this one away with a side headlock. A little bit of wrestling. 2 out of 3. Let's go, Dr. Haywood.
Well, you talk about the power of Brandon Humphrey, but Boyce LeGrande ain't no peanut himself. And he shows he's got Humphrey right where he wants him, firmly in control.
Biggest opportunity for Brandon Humphrey in his career has Boyce backed into a corner. A side headlock is applied firmly. Humphrey fires off the break. Humphrey all over Boyce LeGrande. Referee Karina Kyle. Look, Boyce is telling Karina, hey, I got the ropes right now, Karina.
Well, and of course, the Hellbound one is going to take advantage of the rules. He's going to bend the rules. You can't trust that guy.
Once Brandon Humphrey gets cooking on all cylinders, once he gets going in this contest, the adrenaline gets pumping, Brandon Humphrey can very well be the first guy to wrestle that Dynamite Division Championship away from the bad boy, Boyce LeGrande. As LeGrande taking his sweet time, jawing with the fans. And this is what LeGrande does. Humphrey also likes to talk trash before the match to get in his opponent's head. Collar and elbow tie-up. Boyce does the same thing. Keeps his opponent looking around, getting in the head. Humphrey backs him in, and Brandon misses the knife edge chop. Back to a stalemate. Like I said, this one is going to be paced out. These guys are going to take their time. We're out here for 2 out of 3 falls, Doctor.
This is what I like about Boyce LeGrande, though. He doesn't care about the fans. He goes out there, he jaw jacks with them. He tells them to shut up. Brandon Humphrey, he wants to be their friend. He wants to be their hero. Boyce LeGrande lets you know where he is. He's the bad boy. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about your snot-nosed kids.
Side headlock with a side headlock takeover. Humphrey with the head scissors. LeGrande pops out. We're back at a stalemate. Both guys standing at 6'2", 6'3", weighing in at 225 to 230 pounds. And a second collar and elbow tie-up is LeGrande. Buries the knee in a reverse knife edge chop, taking the wind out of Humphrey. Humphrey fires back, and this contest, now a reverse knife edge chop from Humphrey, now a shot to the back. We're starting to pick up steam early on as Humphrey wants to pick up the momentum. Reversal from the bad boy. Ducked underneath, Humphrey with a hard tackle. LeGrande back into the ropes. Humphrey, hard knife edge chop, hard forearm, and we're coming back off the ropes, picking up the action, and high elevation on that back body drop. Boyce landed tenderly on the shoulder as Humphrey goes after Boyce. Brandon Humphrey in firm control, Dynamite division title on the line, and he's going after him, Doctor.
Well, Boyce is going outside trying to slow down, but
you okay?
Humphrey's taking Boyce to town, and I
say his name 3 more times, maybe he'll disappear.
I'm hoping so. I wish he would.
Humphrey showing the athleticism. Front chancery now. Has Boyce backed into the corner. Both these guys hitting hard.
I'm waiting to see Boyce bring out some of this strategy. I tried to get backstage with him to talk to him about strategy, but he was tight-lipped.
Ooh, hard knife edge chop. These guys, the reverse knife edges, the forearm smashes over the back, do put wear and tear on you, as that's the one place you don't want to be, and LeGrande seems to be putting Brandon Humphrey in that corner to put some work on him. Here comes an Irish whip. Brandon reverse. Boyce up top. Humphrey's got him. Almost lost him. Picks him back up. The power of Brandon. Humphrey drops him to the ground. Jumps in. Wait a second here.
What's that?
The B-hump dump wasn't fully effective. Boyce might have got his shoulder up. Karina Kyle still hit 3. I think that was the first fall.
I gotta tell you, this officiating has been very suspect, but
that's officially the first fall.
I cannot believe it. Now this puts Boyce LeGrande behind the 8 ball.
A couple unexpecteds back here on this episode of Limelight. We didn't know that the women's championship match was going so quick. Boyce is telling her 2. She's saying 3. Boyce
He's
now
right. His shoulder was up.
This is 1 fall to nothing right now. Humphrey is up 1 fall to nothing. If this was just 1 fall, no matter if he feels his shoulders up or not, you're looking, the streak is over. You're looking at the brand new Dynamite division champion. Humphrey's still a little confused by the fall.
Well, I think we all are. This has definitely knocked Boyce off his game.
Boyce's game is knocked off. Drop toe hold. LeGrande trying to surprise Brandon Humphrey, who's now up a fall. He just needs 1 more. Let's go, B-hump. Single leg trip. Now onto the leg. Oh, 2 knees down to the inside of that ACL, of the back of the patella of the knee.
Well, I know about knee injuries, and I tell you what, you take out Brandon Humphrey's knees, it's going to be really hard to get that big frame up in that ring.
What I love about Boyce LeGrande is he starts to really focus in on the knee and leg and calf area of Brandon Humphrey. Boyce knows when he went up and over the rope, Brandon caught him and almost went down, almost couldn't support his weight. This knee injury could have actually taken place during that fall of the B-hump dump that Boyce said wasn't 3, which is a very questionable call.
Absolutely.
Boyce targets in now on that leg, Dr. Haywood.
Taking away Brandon's power game, and then what's he got left?
Boy, he's got a lot of heart. He's got a lot of fight left in him, and I don't see Brandon Humphrey right here. I don't see him giving up.
I know a lot of 6-year-olds with heart fight that would get their butts kicked in that ring.
By Boyce LeGrande?
Absolutely.
2,000, 3,000 something days. He better beat up a 6-year-old, but he's not fighting a 6-year-old. He's not wrestling a 6-year-old. He's wrestling a man that's up 1 fall to none and is really putting, I don't care what you say, I don't care if Humphrey's knee is bad right now. The pressure is on LeGrande, and he must come back. 2 falls now. He must beat Brandon. Hard shot by Brandon Humphrey. He's got to beat him twice.
He absolutely does, but that's something Boyce LeGrande can do in his sleep. He's already beaten Brandon Humphrey 3 times. This is the first pinfall he's scored on Boyce LeGrande.
First pinfall he scored on LeGrande. Most important pinfall, knee across the apron. Most important pinfall that he scored on LeGrande.
And outside of that ring, Boyce LeGrande, he can do as he pleases. He's going to work that knee, and he's going to work it good.
He wraps that knee around the pole. It's going to change the trajectory of the second fall right here. And he wraps it around the pole of Hellbound Brandon Humphrey. LeGrande focusing in on that leg.
He won't be able to do the B-hump dump. He can't get his own weight up, much less Boyce LeGrande's.
Both men use a fireman's carry to their finishing move. The LeGrande finale, the B-hump dump, the championship's on the line. Brandon Humphrey in a bad situation. Very tender on that left knee as he fights his way back up and tries to get the second fall on the champion, and a hard eye rake from LeGrande. Hard shot, hard knockdown. Kick the back of the leg. Humphrey hit right on that concrete. No padding on the outside. Brandon Humphrey's in a bad situation right here. Right here at the Beer Gardens. Dr. Haywood, I think the second fall, I think fall number 2 is just around the corner.
Well, the best thing about Brandon Humphrey screaming in pain is I can't hear him talk trash.
Dr. Haywood. LeGrande fires back. A lot of hard hits from both competitors here tonight. Hellbound gets scooped up. Ooh!
That is just bare concrete.
That's the second time in the last 2 minutes that Brandon Humphrey has smacked off of the padless arena floor here at the Beer Gardens. Here we are off the chain, Gridley, California. 2 out of 3 falls. Humphrey up 1. It's for the Dynamite Division Championship, and this is what we're talking about. Oh, wait a second.
Brandon Humphrey's been counted out. Boyce LeGrande took his legs out, and Brandon Humphrey was counted out.
You got to let me know what's going on here sometimes. I get so excited when I'm talking. We're now at a fall apiece on a countout. He got the second fall on a countout.
And now the playing field is even, and Brandon Humphrey is on a bad leg.
2 out of 3 falls. Hard suplex brought him in the hard way. LeGrande with the cover. This could be it. And no, you're not going to get Brandon Humphrey even with hooking a leg right now. Now we are no longer leg drop. 2 out of 3 falls. This is just a single match. Oh, get your nuts out of his face. LeGrande does that so many times. It's so disrespectful. 10 minutes elapsed in this contest.
Brandon Humphrey at this point, he's not just fighting for this belt, for this match. He's also fighting for his career. Those knee injuries, they can end your career. If Boyce keeps working on that, he might not walk again.
Both these men firing back. 10 minutes have elapsed in this 2 out of 3 contest. We're down. Hard knife edge chop. We're down to 1 fall. 1 fall. Hard sidewalk slam by the bad boy. That Brandon's been dropped on the back, on the outside. He's been dropped on the back, on the inside, hooking that bad knee, and he just gets a 2.5 from referee Karina Kyle. Both men are coming deep into this contest. Dr. Haywood, where do you see everything going from here? Hard kick to the stomach.
Well, it's absolutely hard to say, but what I can say is that Boyce LeGrande would be up 2 probably if Karina Kyle had done her job right. He got that shoulder up. What? Boyce LeGrande shouldn't even be fighting now.
Is a count out really a fall? Does a count out really count in a championship match? Because in my eyes, and I'm not even trying to defend Brandon Humphrey over Boyce LeGrande, I still feel like this contest is 1 fall to 0. I actually feel with that questionable call, and I know Brandon Humphrey felt the same way too, I feel like we're still at 0-0 in this 2 out of 3 contest, but we're on the final fall. Title's on the line. Humphrey selling the leg, and he's firing back on Boyce LeGrande as he's closing in on another championship defense.
Well, now Boyce is taking down that knee pad so that he can work on the patella directly. Start working those tendons, start working that joint, cause some real damage.
Oh, hard shot, hard elbow shot to the point to the face. It's a smart move, it's a bad move. Humphrey just used that exposed knee when Boyce was trying to pull the knee pad down to knee him in the face. To the top,
Now this is a mistake. I do not like going up into high-risk territory.
We've seen this before between these two.
And how he's able to get up there with that knee, I don't know. But look at him stand there.
The power of Brandon Humphrey, almost 500 pounds crashing to the canvas. We got to be nearing 15 minutes in this championship contest, and we're going to find out who is got the championship stuff. Both men down.
Able to capitalize.
Both men down. Even if he rolls over right now, a cover, a lateral press, a hook of the leg. There's been too much time wasted.
When you are in that much pain, you can't think of anything. You can't move. It paralyzes you.
That superplex has bought Brandon Humphrey maybe just enough time to get back. Here he is, back to a vertical basis, and he fires on LeGrande. And he fires again. 3 hard shots. Knife edge chop. LeGrande off the ropes. Humphrey with a big knockdown. Big back elbow underneath the chin. Humphrey, he doesn't even get up from that.
LeGrande is going to have to dig deep. He regularly does these long matches. He's got to pull into the reserves.
These guys have had nothing but long matches. Irish whip, both men tired. Picked him up, hard elbow shots. He doesn't want the B-hump dump. LeGrande misses. Blue Thunder Bomb, and he's got him. He's got him hooked, but the shoulders are free. Oh, that's the problem with that move. It really rattles the back of the neck and the head, but there's no way to pin his shoulders to the canvas. He had the leg hooked, but the shoulders were free. LeGrande kicks out. Now it comes down to crunch time. Humphrey still feeding on that knee. Boyce LeGrande, he's on Dream Street.
Who wants it?
Inside cradle. No. LeGrande misses that clothesline. Power slam. Hook of the leg. He's got the shoulders covered. This is it. Humphrey gets the right shoulder up.
Boyce LeGrande is gripping tight to that Dynamite Division Championship. He will not let Brandon Humphrey have it. He will not let Humphrey take it.
We're over 15 minutes into this 2 out of 3 contest. It's been one of the oddest 2 out of 3 contests. Humphrey not much on the clothesline, but LeGrande counters. Brandon still pops to his feet. Stunner!
Oh my God!
Wait a second. Drapes over the shoulder. Oh. Kyle a little out of position. Oh, it's about as close as you get, Dr. Haywood.
That was by
We're about as close
centimeters.
As we get. Both these men, we got to be nearing the 20-minute mark. I don't even remember what the time limit from Cordero Ulloa was on this contest. There's that leg again.
Boyce LeGrande is like Thanos hanging on to that Infinity Gauntlet with that Dynamite Division belt. He is not going to rip it from his grasp.
I'm going to tell you right now, I do believe that this knee injury started at the first fall when Boyce came off that rope and Humphrey caught him on his shoulders. It looks like he almost lost him, but he powered him up. He could have pulled his knee right out. He could have tore that ACL. Brandon with a hard Irish whip to the corner. Nobody home. LeGrande off the roof. Smoked him! That's it!
That's all she wrote.
Championship's back
1,
in the hands.
2.
No!
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. He's not
Where
kidding you.
is Brandon Humphrey pulling that from?
We haven't seen the LeGrande finale, and we haven't seen B-Hump layout with the B-Hump dump. Both these men deep, 20 minutes. These are the championship minutes, Dr. Haywood. And Boyce is now not paying attention and finishing the job.
Every second counts.
Humphrey with the backslide. Evenly fought. Humphrey really fighting for this backslide. LeGrande into the ropes. Wait, countered. Now get him, feet on the ropes. Karina the feet. What the?
And Boyce wins it.
A very questionable match from Karina Kyle. Boyce LeGrande still the Dynamite Division champion. However many, Brandon knows it too. I know it. You saw it. There were two questionable falls and a questionable count out in this contest. You got to run this one back. LeGrande snatches the championship, and I wouldn't blame Brandon Humphrey right now if he picked up Karina Kyle. I'm not for it. I wouldn't blame him if he picked her up and gave her a B-hump dump.
Hey, Boyce LeGrande got his shoulder up early on that first fall.
Oh.
Come on. And you're going to say,
Respect
Brandon
of the
Humphrey
goddamn
had his...
champion.
No. I'm sorry.
That's the champ.
Sorry. Absolutely. He's the champ. That's his belt. That's his baby. He
On a
hangs
night,
on to it.
On an amazing night so far where we've seen new tag team champions. We've seen the return of Sin. We've seen Sin powerbomb Shoop. We've seen Bad News Corey Blakesley destroy a competitor. We know that Chris Torres and Robert Taylor, the Firebirds, are taking on the Most Wanted on November 20th. But here's the thing, at Limelight on November 20th, Brandon Humphrey, he's got a gripe.
Well, he definitely has a gripe, but I think he needs to go back to the drawing board and make a new plan that doesn't involve Boyce LeGrande. Boyce LeGrande has wiped his feet and put Brandon Humphrey behind him.
Boyce LeGrande, very crafty. Still the Dynamite Division champion, but I want to go back and I want to watch this one over again. I want the board of directors to watch this one over again. I hate to call people out, but very questionable refereeing at the hands of Karina Kyle. Such a big championship on the line, and I do not... Did he say 5 years in?
He said, cut my music.
You already know who it is. It's the bad boy, Boyce LeGrande, your Dynamite Division champion for a consecutive 2,452 days and counting.
4,252 days, closing in on 2,500 days. There he is, the Dynamite Division champion. We're going to be back next week on Limelight. I don't know if it's going to be the I Quit. I don't know if it's going to be the First Blood. But I do know this. November 20th, Pacheco Square Gardens. We're going to hear from Brandon Humphrey. And I don't think we've seen the last of the Bad Boy and Hellbound, whether it's that championship or it's the PSG championship.
Well, you plebeians better get on Eventbrite and get your tickets to that event. Until then, this is Dr. Haywood. Take it easy, and if it's easy, take it twice.
You know what time it is.